The war in Ukraine is approaching a highly critical turning point. As the month of February comes to an end, prominent Western military analysts and the intelligence community are now releasing three very detailed scenarios for our future. These are no longer just forecasts, they are roadmaps that the world may follow in the coming months, from complete deoccupation to a prolonged positional stalemate or painful diplomatic maneuvers. Which of these strategic paths is considered the most likely scenario in Washington and Brussels, and on which single factor does the final outcome of this grand battle depend? Right now, we will break down each scenario in detail. And you can find more information in our report. My name is Yevhen Sirov. This is the Glavred channel. Subscribe and give us a like. Let's get started. The first scenario considered by Glavred is based on technological superiority. Experts suggest that this year, the critical mass of Western weapons and Ukrainian innovations in the field of AI drones will lead to the collapse of Russia's logistics. In this scenario, the Russian army, exhausted by Putin's deadlines, begins a chaotic retreat. This allows the armed forces of Ukraine to reach the borders of Crimea and cut off the land corridor. Western experts consider this scenario quite realistic if the supply of ammunition not only continues, but is also strengthened with new types of long-range missiles. The second scenario is the most exhausting. It is called the Korean Scenario 2.0. Glavred has pointed out that if military aid from the United States begins to decrease due to internal political pressures, the front may eventually stabilize along the current line of contact. This would mean years of positional fighting without significant territorial changes. Russia is transforming into a closed military dictatorship, while Ukraine becomes a European Israel, forced to live under constant threat. This is a scenario in which neither side has enough strength to win, but neither wants to admit defeat. This is the scenario the Kremlin desires most, hoping for Western fatigue. The third path is the most unpredictable. As Glavred writes, Western experts are seriously considering the factor of Donald Trump's quick decisions. This is a scenario of enforced peace, where Washington uses both the stick and the carrot for both Kiev and Moscow. Ukraine may be offered accelerated EU membership and a colossal reconstruction plan, a Marshall Plan, in exchange for a de facto, though not legal, freeze on territorial claims for a certain period. Russia, on the other hand, will be threatened with complete economic destruction and unlimited weapons for the Ukrainian armed forces if it does not withdraw its troops to certain lines. This is a path of compromises that leaves many questions unanswered, but puts an end to the daily mass killings. Three scenarios, three different futures, but Western experts agree on one thing. The outcome depends on the resilience of Ukrainian society and the determination of its partners. No prediction is a sentence as long as Ukrainian artillery keeps working.